when you think about the issues linked into renewable energy, they are so pervasive, they're so kind of all-encompassing that we needed to find a way of trying to get an engagement programme that got all the views out as best we could. And rather than writing a consultation document and sending it out, we tried to use different means through the process of getting that proper engagement. So we had meetings, but we used social media, we did live webcasts of meetings we had so people could come, could sort of see what was going on. We tried to be as open as we could and get as many views in as we could, including from many members of our local community in Cambridgeshire who were not necessarily well disposed towards some of the ideas and issues that are linked into renewable energy installations, so that we could really show that we almost used every possible vehicle to get to that wide set of opinion and understand it properly, and also to debunk some misunderstandings that were existing amongst people.
So that was a much more open process. What are the benefits of that? I
think the benefits of being open, and the important thing is we didn't start with any preconceived idea. We set out some basic facts, but we were more or less saying, we think there's an issue here we need to deal with. Do you agree? And then invited people in to try to help shape what we were doing. So we hadn't already made our minds up and then went out and told people what we were doing and did a sort of lip service to consultation. This wasn't consultation in that sort of more passive sense. It was genuinely active engagement, and by being open, both in the ways we tried to engage people, but also in our own mindset, meant that you got a much more positive response to what you were trying to do, and people got really enthused and excited through the various sessions we ran and the various kind of ways in which we did it. And I think it was quite user friendly. I hope it was quite user friendly for the communities who we were trying to reach out to.
I'm obviously here from Public Eye, and we helped you with that process. What would you say about the way that our involvement in that and how we worked and what we brought to it?
Yeah, I think what was really good about Public Eye, I mean, Laura Houston and I sort of talked to Catherine Howe initially. And what was really good about Taunton's Public Eye is that we probably started from a position where we're used to running things in a sort of public sector way. And actually, I remember the first conversation Laura and I had with Catherine around it. She was just going, this is fantastic, this is really exciting, and there's all these different things you could do, and we'd thought of some of those, but not all of them, and that sort of challenge to get out of a sort of public sector mindset that we have to do things in this sort of way, and so no, let's be all embracing, let's really challenge ourselves, and let's use the new media that really makes these things much more possible to do in the way we did it than it's ever been before, was refreshing and fun, and actually injected a challenge for us, on which we were very open to, but gave us the ability to sort of think a bit out of the box, I suppose.
Can I ask specifically now about the CRIF? What kind of impact do you think this open process and our involvement and everything that we've done has had on the CRIF? And can we point towards specific things that make it a better process and make that document better, if you like?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we look at the Renewables Infrastructure Framework we now have, I suppose both the quality of the document and the fact that it has been able to consider a wide range of views and not just looked at it from a very strategic level, but gone all the way down to the very local and considered all the different elements and how they fit together. So the document itself is improved by the quality of the engagement. But I think the thing that was probably the most valuable is that the depth of the engagement and the strength of the engagement, when we got to the point of the political process where we needed to get this through and agreed by 6 different partner local authorities with different ranges of political views on issues around renewable energy, the fact that we could point to a long and in-depth and quite innovative approach to community engagement meant it couldn't just be ignored. It was such a strong evidence base in every sense that it's got us to a position where everybody did sign up to it. So when it got sticky, the quality of the engagement meant that everyone did sign up to it. And what we now have is an agreed position which is going to apply throughout Cambridgeshire, which gives us a route map towards moving our county towards a position where we've got much better security of supply on energy, where we're going to be able to move away from fossil fuels and towards renewables, which is absolutely the right thing to do, and of course boosts economic growth. So all the things that are good about the CRIF were made possible in part by the fact that we'd actually done the investment up front in the community engagement. And as I said, that got us through the most difficult bit of the process, which is, were we going to get all 6 authorities to say tick